Hello, hello, hello. This is AJT500 slash Talented Track 98 slash Hello East Wonderwise slash Hilo, and this is the Metem glazing video. Okay? If anybody has seen me talk about Final Fantasy in the last couple weeks, pretty much ever since Arcadian has come out, they have known that I've been glazing the crap out of Metem, bro. Metem is the announcer from the Arcadian, right? He's the one that calls out the stuff where like, oh my, a challenger has fallen out of the ring, or oh, I felt that one. You know, those type of lines. That's all Metem, bro. The Teking Lalafell. And this dude is really important to me personally because I freaking love announcer type stuff, right? I think it's like commentary is so important for like elevating a game. If you've watched like fighting games, I'm sure people have watched sports, you know, all types of stuff. Good commentary is good. It adds so much to things, right? And I think just not only does his commentary play really well into like the Arcadian, it fits the tone, it fits what we're doing in this tournament arc, right? But it's also just voice acting and sound direction in general with how they've done the Arcadian as opposed to other raids. I know there's a lot of raids in the past that people have wanted voice acting for, right? Voice acting just by itself elevates things so much further. I know a lot of people, myself included, don't even watch cutscenes in the main story unless it's seeking voice acted, bro. Like voice acting makes things so much better, dude. And I love Metem, dude. I love Metem. He reminds me so much of Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Pretty much whenever you did like a combo in that game, you would have an announcer that comes on. He's like, awesome, and then he would tell you about the different combos you're doing and whether or not you're breaking the enemy and stuff like that. Like Metem feels like that too, and I love it so much. And it, like I said, it's not just Metem. It's the sound direction in general. It's also every boss this tier has their own voice acting as well, which is also really good. And the thing that makes it even better is they actually have more voice lines in Savage. It's not just like Metem isn't just doing the basic, you know, like I said at the start, the challengers fall out of the ring. He's not just doing random stuff. He's actually saying stuff that's happening in the fight. Like it's, oh my god, it's so amazing. So pretty much, like I said, this is the Metem and voice acting glazing video, right? So I just want to go through, I just want to talk about some of my favorite Metem lines and some of my favorite voice lines from this tier in general, right? So the first one I have up is Black Cat, right? This, I'm pretty sure this was a new line. I can't remember. I haven't done normal in a while, but I know it's a new line from Metem, right? So let's just watch this real quick, and you can ignore whatever we're saying.
I mean, we could just try to
and just spread for safety, because like we have space. Right, left.
Yeah, you see, like you hear how this dude, and the thing about it too is it's not just commentary, it's how he projects his voice. And I'm gonna bring this up later too with some of the other lines. It's how he projects his voice. The actor they got from Metem, I don't know who this dude is, but Yoshi P, I need this dude at the next FanFest. I need to shake this dude's hand so bad, bro. I need to shake this dude's hand. I freaking love how he commentates. I love how he voice acts this character. He has to be having so much fun. He has to be having so much fun. It's so good, dude. And as somebody who in the past has wanted to be like a voice actor for things, like hearing him perform these voice lines is just, oh my god, it's music to my ears, bro. I freaking love Metem so much, bro. So let me move on. I think that's one of the main ones that I want to hear in this fight in particular, right? There's also, okay, there is the other one. Let me see if I can find it. Where, I mean, we've all kind of heard this one before, where she breaks the platforms and stuff like that, and he screams out "my ring." Like, that's good too. And then hold on, the follow-up part. I love it so much, bro. I love it. Please bear with us while we repair the ring. I love Dude he has to get his composure back. He just lost like tons of gil because she just broke this ring, but he's got to repair the ring now. I love it, bro. I love Metem. All right, let's move on. I want to move on to the next fight, right? All right, so for this one, right, we've got to start from the very start, right? So I'm at the unending journey in the game because I got to show off this cutscene, right? But I really love how he gives an intro to everybody, right? But I really like Honeybee Lovelies. I really like Honeybee Lovelies. So let's just watch this real quick.
With a sting, the adorable but deadly, sweet but poisonous, Honeybee Lovely!
So that's that cutscene, right? And see that, like, the thing about it is there's so much good stuff happening in that cutscene when it comes to like sound direction in general, where it's just, you know, Metem, he's getting excited about, you know, different things as he's saying it. He's talking about how she's sweet but deadly, you know, stuff like that. Like the way that he announces things, right? The way he projects his voice is really good, and then it lines up, you know, with his Honeybee Lovely when he says that at the end, and then it you know, erupts with the audience cheering and the music, and then she blows out the kiss once he says that. It's like, it's just, oof, it's so well put together, dude. It's so well put together. Like, I love it so much, bro. And it like I said, it really makes you feel like you're in this tournament arc. It makes it feel like it's supposed to be fun. And that's another big thing about all of this in general, where, you know, as someone who progged the entire tier in less than a day, right? At some point you're gonna start to get, you know, tired, irritable, you know, maybe I never really got like outright angry, but some people may get outright angry, you know, depending on their own mistakes or other people's mistakes, stuff like that. But you know, when you're in that situation, you've been going for a long time, and then you hear a Kiki Metem voice line come on, bro. You hear Metem voice line come on, and it's like, you know what? This dude's having fun on commentary. You know, this is a game. This is supposed to be fun. This isn't supposed to be like super serious, you know, ridiculously, oh, I gotta be angry at this person because they messed up. Oh my god, I'm gonna beat myself up because I failed this mechanic. It's like, bro, just chill out. Chill out. We're having a good time here. You know, and even more so with this tournament arc, you know, besides Wicked Thunder, who like wants your soul. Besides Wicked Thunder, who like wants your soul, you're just supposed to be having a fun fight. You know, granted, they can technically kill you because they're not using the soul thing, but you know, let's just put that aside. Let's just put that aside. It's supposed to be fun, right? That's my point. It's supposed to be fun. And Metem's voice in a way grounded me personally, because when I got to that point where I was starting to get irritable, I was starting to get tired, a voice line comes on and I'm like, you know, man, this is just a game. It's just a game, you know, just chill out. It's just a game. Like, it's fine. It's fine. You know, so that is, you know, important. That helps as a player. And I think it subconsciously, I think it's also helping other people, you know, calm themselves a bit. I really, in my heart of hearts, I truly believe that, and I think it makes this raid tier more fun in general, even if people aren't actively thinking that that's the reason why it's making it more fun. I think it is making it more fun. Just the atmosphere of this raid tier in general is way more fun. It's way more fun than pretty much like anything else, honestly. It's just way more fun. So with that being said, okay, let's let's next go on to the Brute Bomber, right? M3. Wait, sorry. No, actually, scratch that. I forgot. I got so carried away. See, this is how I am, bro. This is how I am. I got so carried away talking about that I didn't even mention that there were some Honeybee Lovely lines that I wanted to listen to as well, right? During the actual fight, not just at the start. So one of the first ones is actually the first line that happens, right? When you first pull the boss, this is what Metem says.
The Honeybee Lovely Show has begun.
You hear that? You hear how he said, the Honeybee Lovely Show has begun? Like, he's really hyping it up, dude. He's really hyping it up. Like, it's really that serious for him, bro. And then even Honeybee, you know, Honeybee has been, granted, her song has carried her a lot, but I think also her voice lines are pretty impactful too. You know, people really want to be this chick's little drone, bro. They want to be her good little bee, you know. And I mean, you know, no judgment here. Do whatever you want, but I'm just saying, you know, even her voice acting and what she says, and then also like the lyrics to her song add a lot to, you know, her character, to people wanting to, you know, follow under her, stuff like that. It's all really good. It's all really good. There's another line, I gotta put it in here for my boy Spice, because I know he loves this line, bro. So let me see if I can find it. Alright, right here. This is from Metem, by the way, these lines.
In first.
Oh, she's definitely feeling your love.
Sausage.
The challenger resist the irresistible? I know I can't.
Those lines right there, right? So those three set of lines. I know my boy Spice loves these lines, because whenever I talk to my boy Spice about this, he always says that it's almost like Metem himself is getting charmed in here. He even says it right here. Can the challenger resist the irresistible? I know I can't. You know, he's always like, calm down, Metem. Calm down in the stages, bro. Like, why? This dude's falling under the charm and he's not even in the fight. So it's just like, you know, all these lines are really cheeking good from Metem, right? They're really good. So okay, now for real, let's move on. Let's move on to 3. All right. So M3, Brute Bomber, right? So we got to bring up this dude and Metem voice lines again, right? So first of all, Brute Bomber, there's no way I could go through this fight and not bring up this one, right? So this is the part where the Brute Bomber cheeking, you know, where he dopes himself, and then the robot comes in, he punches the robot out the way, and Metem's like, oh, what the? He assaulted the referee. Like, so let's just listen to this one.
Don't mind me, throat's a bit parched.
Banned compound detected. Competent disqualified.
Out of the way, tin can! My word, he just assaulted the referee!
Okay, so these voice lines, right? So this is a lot of good stuff right here, right? So the first thing, I love the Brute Bomber's voice, dude. He sounds like a heeking scoundrel. He sounds like he's down and dirty, like a gangster. Like, this dude is dirty. He's dirty. So first, when he pulls out the heeking drink, he's like, oh, don't mind me. My throat's just a bit parched. Let me just get some normal drink over here, right? But then obviously he's doping himself. So the heeking robot comes in and it's like, you know, banned compound. And this dude, this dude just like, boom, get out of the way, Tin Can. I'm not dealing with you right now. Like, get out of here. It's one of those things that you would see on like WWE. Like, it's perfect. It's perfect for the setting, dude. It's perfect. I also love when he starts drinking the drink, you can actually hear the crowd like raise their voice because they're like booing this dude. Like, what are you doing, bro? Why is this dude doping mid-teaking match? Like, you could hear the crowd swell as this dude is starting to essentially cheat, right? And then of course Metem comes in at the end and it's like, oh my word, he assaulted the guard, the scoundrel. Like, it's just I love it so much, dude. I love it so much. It's so good. It's so good. Okay, so let me find the other voice line that I really like in this fight. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, so this one, and this one is Savage exclusive, by the way. This one's also very good. So this is the one where he does the chain deathmatch thing, right? But this is a good voice line from Metem, right? So let's just let this play.
Sure is.
There's no escaping those adamant links.
Okay, so that one, right? Not only does he speak in a really excited way, like, oh man, this is one of his signature moves he's pulling out right here, chain deathmatch, you know, there's no escaping those adamant links. But that's also I thought about it, right? It's very interesting about this line. There's no escaping those adamant links, because the way that you solve this mechanic is you actually have to get hit by the dude who chained you, right? You have to get hit by that guy, which makes this line even more interesting because, you know, that's how you have to deal with the mechanic. It's almost like it's giving you a little hint, a little hint to how you're actually supposed to deal with this, right? You're supposed to take it. You have to fight this, you know? You can't escape from it, because if you don't get hit by the link, you just die afterwards, right? So there is no escaping. You have to face it, right? So I love this voice line as well. It's also just peak fiction, bro. It's peak fiction. I love it. I love it so much, bro. I love it. It's so good. It's so good. Like, the thing about it is Metem, if you guys have ever watched the original Dragon Ball, and I think he was in some of Dragon Ball Z as well, but mostly the original Dragon Ball. The original Dragon Ball was very focused around the World Martial Arts Tournament, right? That's the main thing that was happening during the original Dragon Ball, was the World Martial Arts Tournaments, right? And in those World Martial Arts Tournaments, there was an announcer. And the announcer, it's like classic Metem. They even dress the same, bro. They even dress the same. I'll pull up a picture for it. I'll pull up a picture for this part, and I'll show you what he looks like. But they even dress the same. It's oh my god, it's peak. It's peak. It's peak. Okay, so lastly, let's go to M4, and we'll talk about some of the voice lines in there. And some of these are honestly some of my favorites. I'm gonna be real. Okay, so first one right here is just the start of the fight, right? It's just the start of the fight. This one is also very good.
Yeah, that laser's so scoped. I'm so scared when I'm like.
Okay, so this one right here, Wicked Thunder has returned to the ring. You know, it's a pretty standard line. Nothing crazy going here. But then you think about the history, right? We gotta go back. Think about the history of the story of the Arcadian. Wicked Thunder was like the reigning champ. She was about to move on to the next stage. You know, what they thought at the time was like the life of luxury, right? And she completely disappeared. I'm sure Metem, as excited as he is about these matches, probably loved watching her matches. And now she's finally back, and this dude's hyped up. Wicked Thunder has returned to the ring. Like, it's been so long. You know, finally we get to see what she can do, what she learned, where she's been. Who knows? You know, all this type of stuff. All that in this one little line, and just how he says it. You can gather that. It's oh my god, it's so good. It's peak, dude. It's peak. All right, so let's move on. I gotta go to one specific line right here, right? I do like this one from Wicked Thunder as well, but I like the follow up Metem line as well.
If one needs wings,
I guess it's a puzzle with front guard.
Okay, you see that? So that's another thing, right? You know how I just mentioned Wicked Thunder's been gone for a while. Let's see what she's learned. Let's see what new she's got, right? The way that Metem says this line, it almost makes it seem like he hasn't seen this one. This is a new trick she pulled out just for us, right? Oh, she's pulled out wings. How wickedly divine. I've never seen that before, but that's something she would definitely do, you know? It's like he knows the history of Wicked Thunder, but even she's pulling out stuff that he hasn't seen before, you know? It's I love it, and I love this type of storytelling that you can hear, and like you don't get the same effect when they just put the text on the screen, right? You don't get the same effect. You don't get all that history and the good voice acting. It's just it's so good. Also, that line is mad cheeky annoying sometimes. Because I've heard that line so many times from pulling this boss because it's like right at the start, but it's still great. It's still wonderful, dude. It's still great. So let's move on. Let's find some other lines in this fight, right? Let's see if he has. He should have the cannon one in this one. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Here's another one. A perfect one, right? Look at this. Look.
Oh, look at that massive cannon. Our skills are as sharp as ever.
You see this? Okay. That's another one. Again, with the history of Wicked Thunder. Oh, look at that massive cannon. Her skills are as sharp as ever. He's seen stuff like this before, but maybe this cannon's a little bit bigger. Maybe she was using something a little bit smaller before. Maybe she's amped it up now, whether based on, new skills she's learned or because we're a stronger opponent than what she's faced in the past. It's stuff that you can convey from these voice lines that are just amazing. It's just amazing, dude. Okay, let's move on. Okay, so this is the part. This is also Savage exclusive. This is where she transforms and goes into her second phase, right? This whole phase transition is just a masterfully done. Mostly with how the music flows into the voice lines. It's wonderful. So let's just start at the start of this, right?
Surrender to Electro.
So you can already hear the music is starting to swell up.
Keep moving.
Something's growing. Something's changing.
Keep moving. 2,
Wicked Thunder is discharging
3,
vast amounts of ether.
We're still building.
4 bait. 5 charge. Move 6. Reset. 1. Keep moving. 2, 3.
Right.
Okay.
You see this? And also Metem is one of the only people that would say egats, by the way, in 2024. But even this dude, he's starting to be like, what is happening? What's happening? She hasn't done this before. This is unusual. What is this? Also, her like yells are also pretty good because she's definitely straining her body. That's also very good. I want to go back because I was talking about it. I was talking over it, right? I want to go back. Let me make sure my volume's up. Okay. Listen to the music here as we go into this phase transition, right? And then listen to Metem's voice line that happens right afterwards. And then I'll commentate on it, right?
She's taken electrodes into her body and unleashed a new battle soul.
Okay. We hear that, right? We hear that. Now, the reason why I wanted to go back, I'll let you listen to that again. You can really hear once I don't know how they timed this perfectly. The way they sync up the music is amazing here. It's chef's kiss. When you get pushed off the platform and you land on the new platform, everything's changed. That's when the chorus of the song starts to, pour in, and you got the chants in the background and stuff like that. And then she comes back and she's like, our real battle starts now. And then Metem's voice line. Let's listen to Metem's voice line again, right? I love this voice line right here. I love this one.
She's taken electrodes into her body and unleashed a new battle soul.
You hear that? You hear how he says that with these chants, these final God mode, boss type things are happening, right? And even he's like, she's taken Electrope into her body and unleashed a new feral soul, and you can hear his voice start to shake at the end. It's like, what is this? This is something that this is outlandish. I've never seen this before. Even I'm a little bit scared, and I'm back here in the booth. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've never seen this way. I don't even think we can call off the match at this point. I don't think we can stop this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's so well done. It's so well done, and I love it so much. I love it so much, dude. It's just amazing, man. It's just amazing. It brings a tear to my eye, dude. And I desperately want to see how they continue this into the future. Because honestly, right now, the Arcadian is like my favorite peaking raid tier. Like, maybe it was a little easy. Maybe it was over a bit too quick. But man, dude, like the personality of this tier is just it's miles above half of the other ones for me personally. Maybe it's just because I love like tournament arcs like this. Like, again, I mentioned the original Dragon Ball. The original Dragon Ball, I think, is one of the best animes ever created. It's just so, like, anime and manga, you know, ever created. It's so good. It's so good. And this just reminds me of the World Martial Arts Tournaments. It really does. It's just so good. It's so good. I'm trying to think if there's any other voice lines in here. Let me go through and see if there's. I think I like this one too.
He's using Electrope to convert her body to health.
Yeah, I love that one too. I love it too. It's simple stuff, but it sounds so good, right? It sounds so good. And okay, there is one more voice line that I gotta go over, right? There's one more voice line I gotta go over. So let me swap back to the game because I gotta get the end. Okay, so we're at the unending journey again. So let's just watch. This is the end of the Savage fight, but this is at the end of all the fights, whether it's normal or Savage, right? So let's just watch this back.
The match is decided! Victory goes to the challenger!
So that voice line right there, right? I love that voice line too. I love how it ends. You know, the match is decided. Victory goes to the challenger. I love it. I love it. And also, I can't get it here. It's at the end of whenever you pick up the loot and stuff. He always says, and that's all until next time. Like he's signing off, like he's signing off. We'll see you on the next show, type of voice line. Like it's just the little things. It's the little things, dude. It's the little things that make it so much better, dude. It's the little things. So, okay, I think I probably rambled on enough. I've glazed Metem and the voice acting and the sound direction of this tier probably enough. I know most people probably want to know what I think about the actual tier in terms of like gameplay and stuff like that, but bro, I gotta glaze Metem, bro. I gotta glaze Metem. That's how we do it over here on this channel, alright? That's how we do it. So, that's pretty much all, until next time. But yeah, that's pretty much all. I just wanted to make this video talking about Metem, talking about the voice acting, talking about the sound direction, because it's just great, and I need to let Square Enix know. If someone from Square Enix sees this, I just need them to know that they're doing a good job with the direction they're going with these raids, because it's very fun, it's very enjoyable, and I love it. And I look forward to seeing what Metem and the other challenger, well, I guess we're the challengers, the other combatants have for us in the future. So, again, that's all. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the support as always. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.